Welcome back to this podcast where we focus on the wisdom of generosity, from ancient to modern. If you enjoy these 5-minute reflections on being a person in the beautiful space where generosity occurs, please share this podcast in your fundraising networks. This evening, I had the joy of celebrating a grand opening of a music school. The executive director of this music school had reached out to me for a one-time coaching call during a challenging season of the Capital campaign. A few months later, after I released a podcast with this quote, this executive director sent me the musical version of The Man in the Arena from Citizenship in the Republic, a speech given by Theodore Roosevelt in 1910 and performed by Deidre Corson.
It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error or shortcoming, but who does actually strive to do the deeds. It is not the critic who counts, but he who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, he who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end triumph and high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat. It is not the critic who counts. It is not the critic who counts. It is not the critic who counts. The credit belongs to the man who's actually in the arena.
In the middle of any challenging campaign, it can seem like the sweat and the blood and the failures are unending. Like this executive director who continued to be in the arena, fund development is making effort after effort without knowing how each effort will turn out. Yet by pressing to the end, there is a celebration because we have invited the donors and the volunteers into the arena with us, to strive with us, and to dare greatly. So as I celebrate this accomplishment, I invite you to celebrate your own accomplishments that may be happening now or may happen in the future. Let's reflect on 2 questions. Imagine the ending of your current campaign. What will it look like? What joy will you feel? And how can you encourage donors and volunteers who are with you in the arena that horizon of joy is coming? Share this podcast if you enjoy these 5-minute reflections, and subscribe to receive these reflections released every Monday. To explore fundraising coaching deeper, visit servingnonprofits.com. See you next week.